This podcast is powered by Anchor.fm and Podmetrics. Stay tuned sa middle of the show para malaman nyo kung paano ma-distribute ng podcast nyo and how to have it analyzed and monetized as well. So, with that out of the picture, let's start the show. Welcome mga dudes tsaka mga dudettes. Ito na nga pala si Kevin at ito na naman po tayo sa isa na namang pagtatanghal ng Elitistang WEEBOO podcast. So, this episode, kung nabasa niyo yung episode title, it's Catching Up. Bakit ko tinitle itong 6th episode natin as Catching Up? Kasi, yun nga, maraming mababago on how we are going to proceed with this podcast. I think I'll be flying solo for the next few episodes hanggang makahanap kami ng way on how we could do it together again with my friends. Ayun, catching up. So, before we go into the main topic and kung bakit catching up nga yung title ng episode na to, a lot of things happened from the time na nag-upload tayo. And yun, unang-una na nga is you hear naman siguro if you're in the know within the Tokusatsu circle that a big fan subbing group TV Nihon have receive a cease and desist order from Toei, and they concluded na legit yung nakuha nilang email. So when you go to their tracker, wala na yung karamihan ng mga Super Sentai and Kamen Rider shows nila. But they're still subbing though. I think Garo is still there and some other tokusatsus that they have na hindi Sentai and Kamen Rider. So, paano tayo umabot sa ganito? From what I have read and on Twitter, Shirakura, one of the producers na I think siya yung only producer na that could speak English. So he has tweeted na I'll be paraphrasing since wala ko internet and I could not read the actual tweet. So it's basically says na we we executives at Toei does not supposed to know how you could get your episodes or paano kayo nakakakuha ng episodes internationally. So, it means to say na yes, they are aware of fan subs, pero they're turning a blind eye. It's somewhat of a gentleman's rule na, hey, I'll look the other way kasi it's good for the business and yun, daming sales namin because in the end of the day, Sentai, Kamen Rider, all those fiction or fictional shows or franchises is still part of the business, and businessmen are more into protecting their business rather than creative authority and whatnot. Dahil sa sinabi niyo ni Shirakura, some let's just say less informed or least informed fans dahil nga sa nangyari to TB Nihon, and I think overtime subs also stopped subbing for Sentai and Kamen Rider na, but there are still fan subbing groups. I won't say kung who are them. You could Google it. So basically, yun nga, some fans on Twitter parang they called out Toei for having TB Nihon fan subbing for Sentai and Kamen Rider down. Pero guys, we are treading a gray area here. Yes, we are all fans. We are enjoying these stuff, and first and foremost, Sentai and Kamen Rider are more focused on their local audiences, which is the Japanese. So yes, we international fans is also an audience or potential audiences. Kaya nga tayo may official tokusatsu channel ng Toei, but right now mukhang hindi siya mag-flourish because tinanggal ni YouTube yung subbing feature in which you can add like closed captions on some of their videos. I think that's one of the updates from YouTube as of the moment, and parang yun yung inaasahan ni Toei. That's why they created that YouTube channel. But for me right now, ganito lang masasabi ko. Guys, yes, ginagawa natin, that's basically piracy. But yes, we support our fandoms in some other way, like the merch and stuff. But guys, don't flaunt it na we're pirating those shows and watching those fan subs. Sayang yung over 10 years ng TV Nihon, or over 10 years ng TV Nihon fan subs. Kasi yun, dun na ako nag-start. I remember watching uh, Geki Ranger onwards, using TB Nihon, then Go Kaiser with other fan subbing groups. Um, pero as of right now, don't flaunt it. Wag na nating ipangalandakan na namimirata tayo. Kahit ano pa man yan na pinipirata natin, from movies to TV shows, to manga, just keep silent about it. Yes, we could share the sauce or the sources, pero be careful na lang guys, kasi pare-pareho tayong mawawalan if we have this elitism, or we have this mentality na hey, we are fans as well, dapat hey, give us the shows, we are pirating it. Parang hey, para mong sinabi sa, para kang pumunta sa tindahan ng Converse or tindahan ng Vans siguro, then telling them na hey, sa Divisoria mas mura doon, 'di ba? Na nakakaasar 'yun. Especially kung ginawa mo 'yun on an official store, baka itapon ka ng guard pa sa labas ng mall or somewhere. So, that's one. And another thing, let's have some positive naman. 13, one of the Philippines' finest comic books by Budgetan and Cajo Baldissimo, is getting its Netflix adaptation on June 11, one day before Independence Day. Um, it makes me excited kasi I've been a fan of 13 since 2011 or 2010. I have all the books. Yung iba nga nasira na yung pages because of rereading them. I also have some of the spin-off like Young Tura or Bloodlines. And yeah, this is big, especially for Philippine comics, because yun, it's a really niche market locally, but having this big buzz, especially having like an adaptation, going to three different languages, from local Tagalog language, English, then Japanese. So it's big. It's big for Philippine animation, and I hope simula na to of more local works, or more local comic books having the spotlight and having those adaptations. Ana Maghilom animated series kailan? Hello Mick. Hello. Ayan. So yun yung some of the things that is happening in the world of fandom from the last time that nag-usap-usap tayo through this platform. So let's go into the main topic. So basically, catching up is an idea that I had, kasi between the last time that I had recorded something, yun, nakakasama ko naman yung mga kaibigan ko, nakakasama ko naman si Glenn. So basically, sinamahan ko si Glenn mamalengke sa Balintawak. Then, so pauwi na kami nun. Sumakay kami ng taxi. Then, of course, dahil we're fans, we're weebs, napag-usapan namin ng anime on the taxi. I think ang pinag-usapan pa yata namin is yung upcoming anime adaptation ng Record of Ragnarok, which is parang next month na rin yata yun, which is wow. So, and the manga as well is getting good. I think pinakita din nila si Jesus Christ doon. I'm not sure. I have not read it yet, pero I hear something like that happen. So, eto. So, yun nga, nag-usap-usap kami, anime, latest adaptations, bagong seasons, or ano yung inaabangan natin on this season. Thunderbolt Fantasy, Season 3, may Season 3 na. So, it's ang daming magandang panoorin. Starting next month, and something that is ongoing. So, yun nga, habang nag-uusap kami, the driver, which is actually one of us, he's one of us, siguro he just didn't have the time kasi nga, yun nga, he is a driver, busy sa work. So, he asked us, ano yung bago sa Hajime no Ippo? Kasi parang yun yung favorite niya. So, yun, parang ito na. That's how I got the idea that there are anime adaptations na hindi natuloy or hindi siya nasundan. Either pinalabas siya dito, hindi natapos yung animation, or totally hininto na yung animation niya on some other or adaptation niya on some other reason. So, yeah, that's why yun. I selected some of the animes na pinalabas dito sa Pilipinas na hindi natapos or hindi natuloy yung adaptation, and tell you how you can catch up on where's gonna be your jumping off point or jumping on point to continue with the story. So, simulan natin dun sa tanong ni Kuyang Driver. Nakalimutan ko kung ano yung pangalan ni Kuyang Driver, pero sana nakikinig siya. But eto, Hajime no Ippo has been an ongoing manga since 1989. Nakakailang season na rin siya. The last adaptation yata was Hajime no Ippo, Rising, which covers yung 5th and 6th title defense ni Ippo, along with Takamura's title bout with David Eagle. And I think something happens with Aoki there. Oh yeah, yeah, look away. Dun unang na-animate yung look away technique, which is really awesome. So, natapos yung Rising anime on a flashback story between Kamogawa and with Coach Kamogawa and Nekota nung bata-bata pa sila. It's really a um, a really awesome flashback story or a flashback arc. I think sa manga, una siyang nangyari before the David Eagle fight. So, ganun siya nangyari sa manga, but what they did with the Hajime no Ippo Rising anime is tinapos muna nila yung world title bout, then go with the flashback story. Well, which is whatever. Hindi naman masyadong naiba yung narrative doon. And it's just a director's choice or something. Kaya nila ginawang ganun yung pagkakasunod-sunod. So, on my case, kasi binasa ko na yung manga before the Hajime no Ippo Rising anime, I started with chapter 400. I think doon natapos yung new challenger, or doon yun yung arc after the new challenger anime. Pero if you don't want to do the chapter 400 kasi napanood nyo na, you can start or you can jump on chapter 556 or round 556. Doon yung sumunod na arc after the flashback story ni Coach Kamogawa. Um, so, Hajime no Ippo is currently running at over 1,300 chapters. Mas marami pa siya sa One Piece, I know. And I think pagkapareho lang sila ng number of chapters with Detective Conan. Or so isa pang sobrang haba na series 'yon. But from chapter 556, the story just gets better. It's ang daming pangalan na kailangan yung abangan. So, if you're gonna start reading Hajime no Ippo from chapter 556, watch out for these names. So, andyan si Randy Boy Jr., Alfredo Gonzalez, Antonio Guevara, Wooly from Indonesia, um, and a lot. Of course, the last arc or the last big fight was actually a Sendo fight, which is really awesome. I'm not gonna put too much into the details, but basically, um, Sendo fought the number two in the world. That's big and that's awesome. And the fight itself, it's epic. Kahit just the art, Morikawa's art is really pops. So kahit hindi mo siya nakita na um, hindi mo siya nakita as animated, the art itself could give you your imagination, or your mind can fill in the blanks na lang din. But of course, it's fun to have those animated as well. Hope magkaroon na siya ng adaptation soon, or i-adapt ulit nila yung Ipo. However, Madhouse is doing a lot of things as of the moment. So baka matagalan or baka yan matagalan pa before the next Ipo adaptation. So chapter 556 kung gusto nyong habulin yung story of Hajime no Ippo. And another one, ito madalas siyang tinatanong ng mga pinsan ko kasi of course hindi nga siya tinapos yung anime adaptation niya. Another one was Slam Dunk. So basically, alam niyo naman yung Slam Dunk. The story of Hanamichi Sakuragi na naglaro ng it's a basketball manga, one of the best ones. Um, because of its realism and really good characters. So natapos lang siya before the Inter High. Yun yung madalas tinatanong sa ano nangyari sa Inter High. Yun, a lot of things happen. Basically Inter High is like yung final arc ng Slam Dunk. And if you wanted to jump on, you could look for the manga. It's chapter 186, I think. Viz is still has those physical copies. You could eBay, Google nyo na lang kung paano kayo makakahanap ng volumes ng manga. Read legit, people. I know there are some sources na pwede nyong mabasa for free. Marami kayo mahahanap nun. But as of the moment, um, if if it's available, support the official releases para masaya tayong lahat. And yun, maybe some of you is not aware or maybe you're aware pero you're not knowing kung saan kayo magsisimula. There's another anime series na sobrang sumikat dito sa Pilipinas. That's Reka no Hono. That's the Japanese title. We know it here as Flame of Reka. So basically, before your Naruto, yes, kami mga tito nyo is watching Flame of Recca back in the day. And I think the anime ended hindi naman siya somewhat of a cliffhanger, but on the big tournament. And hindi doon natapos yung story. You can jump on again. You can look for the chapter online, pero it's not advisable. If available ng official releases, grab it para just to tell the publishers that you wanted these mangas to continue, and malay nyo magkaroon ulit ng official releases or ituloy nila yung anime, which is baka, I mean, Cooking Master Boy had its his story continued kahit tagal na since the last Cooking Master Boy anime. In even Sorcerer Saber or Orphan. Um, so ito, if you wanted to read the manga, Flame of Recca, you could jump on chapter, I'm not sure kung which of this, but you could start reading up chapter 152 or 153. I think it's like somewhat of the epilogue nung end ng what's this, the end of the tournament and going into the next story. And marami actually na parang na-cut or na naiba from the anime adaptation. So you can start reading from chapter 1. I think Flame of Recca is like over to 400 chapters lang naman. So it's One Piece is you can read One Piece in like a little over 6 months ng tuloy-tuloy na basa. So makaka-catch up niyo yung Flame of Recca or matatapos niyo yung Flame of Recca on a much lesser time. Um, so let's take a break. Break muna tayo and let's continue on some of the other animes or the animes na hindi natapos yung adaptation and you wanted to jump on into. So let's hear some messages from some of our friends. Ayun, so, um, are you podcasting or nagbabalak na mag-podcast like me or like us, your favorite elites? So, and you won't know where to start. So basically, um, it's easier to have your podcast distributed to different platforms by using Anchor.fm. It's a free platform in which you can have your podcast uploaded, and Anchor will help you distribute the podcast to different platforms like Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and stuff. So, and if may gumagamit ng Apple Podcast sa inyo, rate nyo naman yung podcast na 'to, and leave a comment as well para lumabas kami on the algorithm. So it's small things that you could do para to spread the word or to spread the good word about this podcast. Pero sign up for an account in there, and sila nang bahala to have your podcast uploaded to different platforms. And of course, dahil your podcast will be on different platforms, analytics would be a hassle because it's different platforms that you need to check. So dito papasok yung isa pa nating kaibigan, ang Podmetrics. Podmetrics is an analytics platform in which you can have your analytics consolidated in one place para isang lugar na lang yung titignan mo to see the progress of your podcast. So on my case, we have reached like 7 countries na. So on like 5 continents. So kung sino man kayo na nakikinig on the US, sa Korea, I think we have one in Jordan, Poland. I think may Germany pa kami. Oh my God, nakarating kami in Germany. Pero yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening and giving us some of your precious time on listening on some of my weird ramblings about things that I'm into. So, basically, Podmetrics is, yun nga, an analytics platform, and hindi lang siya ganun. Um, Podmetrics can also help you have your podcast monetized um, through marketed links. So, um, just go to register for an account, and we have a referral code. That's Elitistang Weebpod or Elitistang Weeboo. Not sure. Let me check ko lang kung ano talaga yung code namin. So that's Elitistang Weeb or Elitistang Weeboo podcast or Elitistang Weeboo, capital E tsaka W. So enter our referral code, and yan. It helps us to continue spreading the good word about the fandom. So that's it for these commercial breaks. Let's get back into the conversation. So yun na nga. So we have Hajime no Ippo, Slam Dunk, and Reka no Hono to catch up on. I have two other animes here na pinalabas dito and hindi siya natapos due to reasons. So another one is iShield 21. iShield 21, I think, just ended on the finals ng Kanto region or the Kanto finals between the Devil Bats and the White Knights. May dalawa pang malaking matches after that, and of course the Christmas Bowl kung saan, spoilers, andun yung totoong iShield 21. So if you wanted to continue with the story of iShield 21, and I think iShield 21 is over 400 chapters as well, so you can finish the series by just jumping on chapter 240. So there's the dinosaurs, nakalimutan ko yung buong name, but the team yung dinosaurs, yung may yung may linesmen sila na parang na super strong. So para siyang rival ni Kurita. So it's really awesome. Tapos yun pa yung chapter na naging si Sena yung naging quarterback. So that's something na a really exciting thing that happened on iShield 21, and of course yung Christmas Bowl and the All-Star Japan arc is also a really awesome final arc for iShield. So, yun, chapter 240, and to continue the awesomeness that is iShield 21. So, another one, I think ilan lang sa inyo yung nakapanood nito, pero pinalabas siya dito sa Pilipinas. It's Shijo Saikyo no Denshi Kinichi, or yung um, English title niya is History's Strongest Disciple or History's Mightiest Disciple Kinichi. I know, mahaba. So, before you have your how to pick up girls in a dungeon, or how to not pick up girls in a mansion or in a dungeon, and other long titles like that, or the time I got reincarnated as a car somewhere in the Middle Ages. Before those really, really long anime titles, Kenichi has done that. So basically, Kenichi is one of those mangas na it has a small following. It's a really good one. It's martial arts. So parang siyang medyo lay low, or medyo hindi siya sing brutal ng Baki or your Kengan Ashura, but it's also a really good manga. Pinalabas sa Pilipinas yung anime adaptation on, which only um, adapts the first arc of the story. It's a 50 episode anime. So if you wanted to watch the anime, it's just 50 episodes. I think Muse Asia have the OVAs, which continues the anime after the 50 episodes. But if you wanted to jump on to the histories to Kinichi, you can start reading at chapter 140. Andun yung malalaking arcs nun, like the tournament arc. Of course, it's an action manga. Hindi mawala yung tournament arc, but the tournament arc and other really, really awesome fights with other martial artists for the manga. And of course, malalaman niyo kung nakatuluyan ni Kenichi si Miyu, yung crush niya. So, that's it. That's some of the animes na pinalabas dito sa Pilipinas. I know there's a lot, but those are the ones that I have some familiarity into, or medyo familiar ako um, with the story on what happens, because sinubaybayan ko sila after the manga. But if you have other uh, other manga or anime na gusto nyong i-jump on into, just hit us on our social media para maidagdag natin, if you wanted to make this like a continuous thing, if you wanted to know where to jump on, if you wanted to read onto the manga, or gusto nyo magbasa ng manga, um, uh, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/elitistangweebpod. That's capital EWEEB pod. Twitter, you can follow us at Elite Weebs. May IG din kami. Minsan nagpo-post naman ako sa IG. That's Elitistang Kebs. Uh, and para spread the good word, use the official hashtag #elitistangweebpod on your post and regarding this podcast. And yan, that's how you would reach us. And one last thing, if you're in the Philippines or dito kayo sa Pilipinas, the Shopee 66 sale is coming. So if you wanted to have your if you wanted you have great savings on great finds online, you can go to Shopee and buy out some things there. And of course, on that date 6 that's June 6, they also have free shipping on available as well. So it's the time of the pandemic. You wanted to be safe but still wanted to do your shopping. Shopee is there for you. So, and also, dahil may mga kaibigan tayo sa Shopee, they give us a way in which your purchases, a small portion of your purchases can help keep the lights on, or to have your favorite elites be helped as well. So, from your browser, using your phone or using your computer, just go to or just type this link. That's podlink, PODLINK .co slash ZAF. That's Zebra zebra, alpha, feeder. Sorry, falcon. So again, that's podlink.co/zaf. Do your shopping there. Once you checked out, a portion of your purchases will be used or will be sent to us to keep the lights on para sa Elitistang Weibo podcast. So, yan. So thank you sa pakikinig sa episode na 'to ng Elitistang Weibo podcast. Yes, as of the moment nahihirapan kami on continuing the podcast, but we still have you in mind. Marami tayong pwedeng pag-usapan, masarap pag-usapan sa mga ganitong pagkakataon, and hanggang sa susunod, sana kasama ko na si Glenn or si Riel talking about our favorite stuff on the fandom, manga, anime, and what anything else or everything else under this sun. So, hanggang dito na lang ulit. Bye-bye. Hanggang susunod.